Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Budget Squad episode. We're not going to waste any time jumping right into it. The player we're picking up for today's episode is 87 overall Eric Berry, Patrick Mitchell, and 137 other you guys wanted to see him. So not only is he going to give us some help in the secondary, he can also come up and lays boom. You guys see that 88 hit power, 80 zone coverage. Definitely excited to have Eric Berry on the team. Hashtag Berry strong. Now here's a look at our lineup. Obviously the offense still led by the quarterback KAEPERNICK, the captain of this team. And then the defense, look at that secondary, man. It's really starting to come around, really starting to look good. So here we are jumping into week number 2, 7 more wins. We got ourselves a first round bye. Obviously that's the goal every season, to make the road to the Super Bowl as easy as possible. So here we are giving the ball to Anthony Thomas, turning on the speed after picking up a couple of blocks. And what a way to start off today's episode. Anthony Thomas, I don't know who suggested him, but thank you. This guy's out here making plays. Now my opponent came back. He gave the ball to Knowshon Moreno. He makes a series of moves and picks up 12 yards. Later on 2nd and 10, Phillip Rivers. Everyone's covered. I'm there with the user, but he decides to take off, and Phillip Rivers picks up a gain of 8. Now that's going to set him up on 3rd and 2. He goes back to Knowshon Moreno, but we are there to bring him down short. So on 4th and 1. You guys see I'm bringing the blitz here. I come with Eric Berry. It looks like he completes the pass, but Aqib Talib was able to rip that one loose, and we forced my opponent. I was going to say we forced my opponent to a 3 and out, but we forced my opponent into rage quitting. So just like that, we already have one upgrade coming in the next episode. Let's go ahead and jump into week number 3 and see if we can make it 2 upgrades by the time this video is over. Now Big Vince sacked us on the first play here on 2nd and 18, calling Kaepernick. I'm going to roll to the right. I'm waiting for A or RB, and finally Toilolo gets open, and he's all the way down to the 36-yard line, calling Kaepernick. I mean, the man is just playing amazing so far, but as soon as I say that, he ends up fumbling the football. If you guys go back and look at that, man, Alshon Jeffrey was wide open down the field. If I had like a half more second, we're taking a 7-0 lead in this game. Now my opponent, he is a much better team than I do. I mean, it's expected, but he's definitely one of the better teams I have played so far with the Budget Squad. Now on 3rd and 6, Jameis Winston has a tight end wide open, but he just overthrew Wilson. So on 4th and 6, he's going to go for it. Jameis Winston dropping back, finds Vernon Davis, but we are there to make sure he doesn't pick that one up. So we take over with pretty decent field position. Now my opponent, he keeps running the same blitz, so I decide to run a wide receiver screen for Moore. He turns on the jets, and he's finally going to get taken down at the 7-yard line, calling Kaepernick 2 for 2, 81 yards on the day. Now 1st and goal again, man. Big Vince getting in there for his 2nd sack of the first quarter. So on 2nd and goal, I'm looking for our big target, Toilolo, all 6'8" of them, coming away with another receiving touchdown. Him and Alshon Jeffrey, man, those two, their height, they just make such differences. But my opponent came right back. Jameis Winston finding a receiver across the middle of the field. We're closing in on the end of the first quarter. Again, Winston has a man wide open, and he is going to step out of bounds. Jameis Winston looking a lot better than how he started. Now on 1st and 10, Winston looking across the middle, and the Honey Badger comes away with the interception. Now I have no idea why I ran out of the end zone. I could have just took a knee. So we kind of put ourselves in a dangerous situation. So here I am rolling out to the right. Now I thought he was going to come and bring the pressure. Instead, he went back to the receiver, but a dangerous pass ends up getting completed and kind of gets us out of a tough situation. Now here, I don't see anyone open, so I'm just going to take off with Colin Kaepernick. I try and get out of bounds, but he gets absolutely decked. Luckily, he is able to stay in the game. Now again on 2nd and 1, Anthony Thomas, the playmaker, making jukes, getting down the sideline. Again, man, another hard hit, but not until a huge gain. So later on 2nd and 10, I try going with the run game. It's not working. I mean, I want to say he's like -5 rushing yards at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back to the passing game. I'm looking for Alshon Jeffrey, and we find him wide open in the middle of the field. That's going to give us a 14-0 lead. Now with 42 seconds remaining, my opponent, let's see what he's going to do here. He's going to start things off with a screenplay. Ryan Matthews is on the receiving end. He picks up a couple of blocks, and Eric Berry finally brings him down at the 48-yard line. Now again, Winston going with a play fake, feeling the pressure. Muhammad Wilkerson, obviously the leader on that defensive line, coming up with a big pressure there later on 3rd and 10. Jameis Winston taking a shot, and Aqib Talib comes away with the interception, and Jameis Winston made a rookie mistake throwing that one. He should have just took a few yards, stepped out of bounds, and lived to fight another day. Instead, he throws it away. So on 2nd and 10, we just throw it up for Alshon Jeffrey, and he just mossed his defender, and nobody is catching him. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. So starting off the second half, we're up 21-0. Now, I feel like the game is over, but I can't say that. He has such a higher overall team, and I know he has the ability to get down the field in a hurry. Now on 2nd and 19, he finds Vernon Davis. Let's see what he's going to do here on 3rd and 9. Jameis Winston rolling out to the right, finds Moncrief, but Moncrief is going to be well short of that 1st down marker. So on 4th and 4, Jameis Winston goes with the play fake and ends up getting sacked on the play. That is Solomon. He had a huge stop earlier in the game. He gets a sack there, and now my opponent, again, man, the hat trick for Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd receiving touchdown. Didn't I say in the last episode Alshon Jeffrey was going to do his thing this year? So my opponent ended up pausing the game, and it said your peer has quit the game. Definitely proud of the way my team played in that game right there. So that means we have 2 upgrades for the next episode, and it's up to you guys to comment the players you want to see and thumbs up other comments. So the top 2 comments in the next episode, I'll be sure to go ahead and pick those players up. Thank you guys for so much support, and if you're ready for the next episode, be sure to go ahead, drop a like on this video, and yeah, that's it. Peace out, guys.